Hi. Welcome. Welcome to a live stream. I haven't done one in a while, and today felt like the right day to do a live stream. Let me tell you. Because for those of you who have been following gradually or casually, I should say, you'll know that I've been making a documentary film about Batman the Animated Series. And today is an interesting day because I'm kind of wrapping up the rough cut of the film today. I'm wrapping up the rough cut of the film today. Let me say that to you again. I'm wrapping up the rough cut of the film today. Hi, Tabitha. Welcome. Thank you for being here. So tonight thank you for the heart. I appreciate that as well. Tonight I kind of wanted to bring everybody up to speed, tell everybody what my plans are looking like, how much time has allotted and how much additional time will I need and all this kind of stuff. I just wanted to answer your questions. I've been doing this periodically in the over the last 6 to 7 months. I've been having these check-in videos just to kind of let you guys know that I haven't fallen completely off the face of the planet. When I'm in a major project like I am now, I tend to get a severe case of tunnel vision where I don't really, I lose track of time and chores and responsibilities, and I solely focus upon the task at hand. So today felt like a good day to sort of stop and take a breather. And if you feel like engaging with me tonight and you have any questions regarding the film and the process and what's coming next, any of those things, go ahead and leave those comments or make those comments if you're watching live and put them in the chat feature on Twitch, YouTube, and or Facebook, wherever you may be watching from. And if it's happening live, I will do my best to get to your questions in the moment. And then if you're watching this on the rewind, I'll try to reply after the fact through text, in response to your comments, whether it be on YouTube or Facebook or wherever. So, in other words, I want to hear what your thoughts are, and I will try to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. If it's during the video, I will vocally say something. So, first and foremost, I'm going to pretend some of you watching have no idea what's going on, and I'll just kind of clue you in. In December of last year, a project came across my plate, and this project was I was brought on by someone else to. I wasn't hired in the sense that I was hired by a company necessarily. I was sort of brought into a project. I was chosen. We'll go with, or selected, or whatever you want to go with. I was selected to direct a film, and it has morphed and changed and grown quite a bit since then. And then in January, I set up a Kickstarter campaign to raise the funds necessary to give me enough time to make this film. And ever since January, and ever since that Kickstarter ended I started making the film in January before the Kickstarter was, even before it was halfway done. So I started whether the Kickstarter was going to go or not. I was just like, I'm going to go and do it. Well, the Kickstarter ended on Valentine's Day, and at that point, I was like, cool, let's just go. And I have been go ever since then. Here we are, June 23rd, and there's another 7 days? Yeah, 7 days left in the month, another week left in this month. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to finish the rough cut of the film later tonight. Now, then there's more to do. But the majority of the work is done at that point, right? So So what's left? What's left after I get the rough cut done? Well, where are my cats at right now? Cats. I see one of my cats. It's my other cat. Anyway, so at that point, what's left to do is mastering the sound, taking all the sound and creating that as the best quality sound I can produce. Mastering the video, if there's anything I can do to clean up the video, doing that. Making sure there aren't any last minute cuts or changes that I want to make. I'm sure there will be something that I don't see right now. And that is why starting tomorrow, either tomorrow or Friday, one of those 2 days, I'm going to take like 2 or 3 days away from my computer. One of the things that I'll be doing during that away period is I've got some archival footage in a book that I want to look through and see if I can incorporate any of this archival footage, these materials, anything that stands out that I want to incorporate into the film. So for 2 or 3 days, I'm going to have my little notepad, and I'm going to have the book, and I'm going to be paging through all that and deciding, does any of this need to be in the film, making notes, and then I'll scan those images in, and I'll go back a couple days later, and I'll add those to the film. But at that point, I will have stepped away from the film for a good 48 hours, which will give me a chance to be objective all over again. And then when I sit down and look at it again, it'll give me an opportunity to look at it with some fresh eyes. That's my goal. So, because really, I'm trying to produce the best possible thing I can. I gotta check on my cat for one moment. Give me just a moment. Just a moment. Okay. All right. Well, my cat is he's eating dinner, so that's good. Anyway, so that's what my next maybe 3 or 4 days are going to look like. When I return to working on the film, I'm going to sit down and watch the whole thing, hopefully with new eyes, and make whatever changes I have to make. And at that point, I'm going to start the mastering stuff, mastering sound and all that stuff. And then music. There's music that I have to go in and work into the film also. That's a whole separate thing. But I don't want to even bother with that until I know I've got the proper mix for all of the dialogue and all that stuff. What's exciting is I have a real life professional composer involved in this film. And so I've been working together with him. His name is Kevin Manthey. He's probably best known for a little series called Invader Zim. So it's been thrilling to work with him. He is a true professional. He does amazing work, and he does it quickly. So that's been just outstanding. It's been like one of the easiest things about this whole process has been working with Kevin Manthey. And yeah, so I guess that's what's coming up. So it's looking like sometime in July, I will have this thing completed. So it basically took me a solid somewhere between 6 and 7 months to make this film, I would say. For sure 6 months, maybe 6 months and change, which is great. But then there's other things I got to do at that point. There's legal stuff and other little things I need to do, and I don't know how long any of that's going to take. I'm kind of in uncharted waters right now, and I'm just trying to do the best I can. So I'm also trying very hard to take it one day at a time and focus on the task at hand. And then when I'm done with that task, I move on to the next task. I did not realize this film was going to be as involved as it has become. I did not realize this. And literally the only way I've gotten through it is by forcing myself to be as present as I can be in the moment, and to make whatever it is I'm working on in the moment my actual focus. And then when that's done, it's made it easier to then go and do the next thing. So that's if there's a lesson I learned in this process, it is how to do that better, which I plan to carry with me into future projects. I don't know what's coming after this film. I don't know what's going to happen in my life after this film, but I'm so excited to be seeing the culmination of half a year really gel into something tangible. And I can't even really describe it. It's been such a weird, wild ride. And I'm so excited to share it with you also. I mean, I'm excited to see it happening before my very eyes. That's exciting. And I'm excited to hear your thoughts on it. And I hope people enjoy it. Truly, it is a love letter to the series that meant so much to me growing up and still means so much to me to this day. It's just a very, very special. The Batman the Animated Series is a very special program, I should say, to me. And I had nothing to do with the creation of the cartoon, but I feel like I identify with the cartoon. It very much spoke to me on a lot of different personal levels, and this is the best way that I can think to honor that. Honor that part of myself, honor the creation of the show, honor the people who made the show, and honor the fans. So to me, this is it's been a beautiful project, and it hits home on a lot of different levels. So, hi, Britt. Welcome. I'm just sort of recounting right now over months of effort, and as I'm nearing the end of production. You know, it's exciting also because I don't know that this would have been possible. I don't know. The fact that we had this global pandemic and everybody was sort of stuck at home, you know, part of me thinks that assisted in my ability to make this film happen. Possibly. I don't know. But it's interesting. So, you know, it definitely is a project that came out of this dark, uncertain period of time for everybody. And there's something really beautiful about everybody being able to remove their masks again and be outside again and to emerge from this turmoil. And for me, coming out of it to bring something that I feel is beautiful, and to be able to go, hey, here is something that I can take out of this dark time into the light. So that's been really special for me too. And I'm feeling very reflective tonight, so you'll have to excuse me if I'm getting a little too philosophical for my own good. But I have a lot of feelings and emotions about everything. I do want to take who's that? Oh, it's one of my cats. I do want to take this moment to let you know, some people were unable to participate when I was doing that Kickstarter at the beginning of the year. And people have told me they wanted to be supportive and they were not able to be supportive in the way that they wanted to be. So I wanted to take just a brief moment to let you guys know that I have set up a GoFundMe account. And it would mean a lot to me if even if you cannot participate financially, if you could take the link and share it with people. I'm going to put the link in the comments right now. And I'll put it on screen. It is a bit to type in. So if you end up wanting a link sent to you after this, just let me know. But I'm going to go ahead and put it on screen also. And that way, there you go. Yes, Britt, a little too philosophical. I see what you did there. A little too philosophical. Anyway, so there's the link, okay? And if that's too much to type in, just send me a private message and I can send you a link. But I am asking tonight for assistance because there are expenses that have been popping up with the finalization of this film that the Kickstarter isn't going to cover. The money that I raised during the Kickstarter was really just enough to get me through like 4 months worth of production time. And I've been working on this thing for over 6 months. So I think roughly over 6 months. Yeah, that's probably right. I started in like mid-December, I think it was. Anyway, if you can share this link, I would greatly appreciate it. If you can throw me a couple bucks, I would greatly appreciate that as well. Literally everything helps. I have things I have to pay for that sort of caught me off guard, and I am asking people to help either by sharing with someone they know or by contributing. Thank you for your help. I'm hoping in the future I won't have to ask for any help, hopefully. Hey, Cade. Hi, Cade. Welcome. You know, the other thing is, folks may not realize this, but I do also have a Patreon, and I've been sharing via Patreon. I've been sharing screenshots from the film, little things like that. I keep my patrons in the loop ahead of time, and I share things with them that I don't put on social media. So if you'd like to be someone who supports me regularly, you can either do a full year or you can do a month to month, and that's right here. So this is my job now. I'm a full-time content creator, and part of what enables me to keep doing that is having support from people. Hopefully you guys will watch the Batman movie and you'll feel like, you know, I'm worth supporting. I hope. It would be really great. So anyway, that's all I've got for tonight. I just wanted to let you know that production is winding down. I should be really nearing the end of it by the end of the next week. Like, really nearing the end of it. And I'm thinking first week of July, I might be done. Like, done, guys. I'm feeling like the first week of July is going to be the week that I wrap up the film, which is really exciting. I don't have a release date yet. I will show a release date soon. Probably when I do that release date, I'll reveal the poster, the official poster. I haven't revealed that yet either. I'll probably do that all at the same time. As for the runtime, if you're wondering what the runtime is, I don't have an official runtime yet because I'm still technically editing, but it's looking like it's coming in, like, with credits and everything. It's coming in at just under 2.5 hours, which is way longer than I thought it was going to be. I at the start of this process, I did not think I was going to go past an hour. I really didn't. And now I'm looking at just under 2.5 hours. It's kind of crazy. And the really odd thing is, I feel like I've only scratched the surface. The stuff that I learned in the process of making this film about the people who created Batman the Animated Series, there's like so much more history there that I I couldn't show all of it. There was just too much. So, I had to cut it off someplace, and I feel like just under 2.5 hours really does capture a good broad spectrum of everything that made the film the cartoon what it is. But man, there was definitely more stories to tell for sure. Cade Hawkins says, Batman the Animated Series was my childhood Batman, still the only true Batman in my eyes. Cade, you and I are very much in the same camp on this. I won't say it's the only true Batman, but I will say it was my childhood Batman, and for me, it does hold that seat, that spot. The bar was set with that series, and I compare everything to that series now. It's a really high standard that is set. So, yeah, we're in the same boat on that one. Tabitha says, wow, 2.5 hours. That is so awesome. Thank you, Tabitha. I've been really nervous to tell anybody about this. Honestly, today was the first day that I posted on social media what the runtime was kind of coming in at. I was very nervous. And I'll be honest, the reason why I've been nervous is because I've been getting some comments from people personally, like on the side. People have been making one-on-one comments to me, and they've had, like, I don't want to say negative things to say, but when I tell them how long the film is, they get very uneasy. They get very nervous, and they're like, oh, that seems like it's too long. And I don't really know why that's been the response. Some people have been like, that's great. So I've been getting both ends of the spectrum. Some people are like, that's great, Phil, that's awesome. And other people are like, oh. I guess you're going to have to be the judge for yourselves, everybody. Let me tell you this. I did not go into the film with a particular length in mind. What I did do was I just tried to make everything, I tried to focus on what was necessary. And if something didn't feel necessary or that it didn't support what I was doing, if it was getting repetitive, then I cut it. And that's it. I just went through and did that and treated it like that. And where I ended up is just under 2.5 hours. I don't know what I would cut. If someone told me you have to make the film be less time, I don't know what I would do. I don't know, because there's nothing in there that I can remove. There really isn't. Cade says, if anything, it's the definitive Batman. Yeah, I agree with you 100%, buddy. 100%. It is. It is. Chris Trotter, hey, buddy. Go, Phil, go. Documentary films should be longer, in my opinion. Yeah. Look, my goal was really tell the history. And I got to be honest, I've never done a full-length documentary. I've never done a feature-length film. I mean, the longest film I've ever made before this was like 46 minutes, 47 minutes, which is technically feature-length. I've never crossed the 2-hour mark, ever. But in my personal and professional opinion, if you're going to tell the story of something, tell the story. Tell as complete a story as you can. I look at things very archivally. Like, I want to know beginning, middle, and end. I don't really like, as far as style of editing goes, I'm not a fan of a lot of like reality TV stuff where every shot is just boom, 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 boom. 2 to 3 seconds, 2 to 3 seconds. There are sections of my film that have that speed to it, but that is not how I treated the entire film. In my opinion, that would be exhausting to look at. So there's definitely room to breathe, and you get a chance to be with these people. I conducted 17 interviews to make this film. And what's exciting about that for me is this film was born out of my Stay Tuned podcast. Well, when I do Stay Tuned, it's only one guest per episode. I focus on one person for about 30 minutes to 45 minutes. and we talk about their life and like a broad spectrum of animation history for that person. But this is 17 people collectively discussing one project and how this project became a part of their lives, what their contributions looked like, and in some instances, some of the effect that it has had on their lives afterwards, which has been just really exciting. I've loved it. Cade says, "Nah, man, I'm looking forward to this." Well, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. I honestly, I don't know if I've ever been, I won't say ever, but really, this is one of the few times I can recollect in my mind where something that I've worked on, I have been just really eager and curious to see how it's going to make any kind of impact. I'm not sitting here saying that I'm expecting to affect like pop culture. What I'm saying is I'm just curious as to what the audience, you guys, I'm just curious as to what you're going to say. I hope everybody's honest with me. You know, trust me, as I'm making the film, it's been very challenging because I'm sitting there and I'm not trying to meet anybody's particular standard. But knowing social media the way that I know social media, and the way I watch things on YouTube, and I'll see things that I think are brilliant, and they still get thumbs down on YouTube. It's fine. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but I'm going, well, heck, if that stuff that I think is brilliant is getting a thumbs down, surely I'm going to be getting some thumbs downs, and that's just part of the game. But I will tell you, living in this, look, when people were making films before social media existed, I don't know what that felt like, really. But I can tell you right now, yeah, it's a thing that pops in my head every now and then, is what kind of reaction will I get? I want people to be honest. I'm not asking anybody to pander to me or kiss my butt, but like, yeah, I'm not going to lie. It's definitely a little bit unsettling sometimes. But I'm not changing what I'm doing in the film out of fear of anybody being negative. I'm not doing anything like that. My point is I am ever mindful of the audience and what the audience reaction could be. So that's been interesting. Chill Creep says, "Agreed, Chris." Thank you, Chill Creep. Thanks for your support. I appreciate that. Britt says, "Batman the Animated Series still has one of the best openings to any show." Absolutely, Britt. I put the opening of Batman the Animated Series right up there with the opening to Thundercats and the opening to the real Ghostbusters and He-Man. There are a lot of good shows that have really wonderful openings. I won't say a lot. There's a lot of good shows, but there's like a finite amount of them that have a good opening. That's what I mean to say. And some of them have like an exceptional opening. Batman is one of the ones that has the exceptional opening. Thundercats, real Ghostbusters, all have exceptional openings. Tabitha says, "I can imagine the uncertainty can be daunting, but I am sure you are going to knock it out of the park." Thank you, Tabitha. It's been incredible. I don't think there's any project. I don't think there's any project I've ever worked on where for half a year I was like laser focused on one project. I don't think I've ever had that. Because before this, like when I was making Sparking Sunshine, which if you haven't seen already, I really would encourage you to go and check out on YouTube. Sparking Sunshine is kind of my first documentary. It's only 10 minutes long, but it's like an autobiographical documentary. But I made that over the course of like 2 years because it was animated. Like part of it was animated. It was hand animated. So it's only a 10-minute film. But I worked on it on and off in between working on Stay Tuned and working on odd jobs for money. I was working on Sparking Sunshine in the background. But this Stay Tuned movie, this premiere, Stay Tuned movie. I've never made a Stay Tuned movie. It's very exciting. Quite literally, I have put everything to the side. I haven't been working on Retail Sunshine. I mean, I think I wrote like a 3.5 minute script idea at one point. I think I took like a week off at one point. But aside from that, I've been totally committed to this film. And I don't think I've ever had that happen before. It's been a really interesting process, day in and day out. And I'll be totally honest, if you're a creative person, you might understand what I'm about to say. If you're not a creative person, maybe you would also know, just based off of, I don't know, your daily grind of going to work. But a lot of the hard challenges that came with this film weren't even the film. It was just getting up each day and telling myself, that I could take part of what I was working on and I could focus on it and I could knock it out. Being able to see the needle of progress move each day. There were points in time where it felt like I was just spinning my wheels and not getting any traction. That was hard. And I can tell you, going into this process, I didn't know what I was really getting myself into. I didn't know how big of a project I was putting in front of myself. And as I was going forward, it was changing and morphing. So I don't think it was as big when I started. It wasn't really. And then it just kind of became that way. And there were some serious bumps in the road that I have not talked about publicly. There were some real big problems where I had some curveballs thrown my way. And I had to decide what I was going to do. And there was a couple points in time where I was really asking myself, can I even pull this off? Is it even going to happen? And if it happens, is it even going to be worth looking at for anybody? Is it going to be worth my time? So a lot of the work that was put into the film, even though the film isn't about me, a lot of the work was self-work. Which is really crazy to really kind of realize that. So, I believe, just like this film has changed in 6 months, I feel like I've changed in 6 months for the better. And that's exciting. That's a really exciting place to be. I feel like this film has helped me grow. Just giving myself some kind of seemingly insurmountable challenge and arriving at the other end of it in relatively one piece. So, yeah, it's been quite the journey. Anyway, I definitely have more work to go. I'm not sitting on a completed film yet, but I'm really close to being there. I'm probably about a week away. And again, I just want to remind you guys, if you're watching this and you want to know how you can help me make this process easier for myself, I'm going to ask you to either share or support in one of two ways. One of those ways is through this GoFundMe right here. Again, you can share it if you can't afford to do anything. If you can't throw $1 my way, that's fine. I don't want to guilt anybody, okay? But I have to tell you that this is an option. I have to tell you because it is an option, and because I very much would like to continue doing these things. So that requires support. So this GoFundMe, again, if you don't want to type this in, just let me know and I'll send you a private message. The other place you can help out is on Patreon, and that's right here. So Patreon gives you a few different options. You can follow my progress on there for free. You can support me on there monthly with any amount that you feel like is appropriate. There are different tiers, but any amount is appreciated. You can also go annually, and I think that there's a little bit of a discount. Like, I think it's like 1 month free when you do that. So, and you can share these websites with people that, if you're like, hey, this Phil guy, I think he's worth supporting, you can tell your friends to do it if you can't do it yourself. Let's see what the comments are saying. Britt says, it's a really awesome experience when you work on a project that gives you personal growth. Yeah, it is. It's incredible. It's incredible. Chris Trotter says, you may have answered this already, but are you going to enter this into any film festivals? Yes, Chris. I haven't answered this yet. I don't think. Not today. Yes, I'm going to. Here's the reality of it. My plan, when this is done, I'm going to upload this film to YouTube. Everybody that supported the film on Kickstarter is going to get 1 week private access to the film. Okay? I won't be publicizing it. It's a private link. Hopefully nobody shares it publicly. I can't really control it if that happens. But I'm going to share it with the Kickstarter people 1 week early as a gift to them. That's going to be my gift to them. After 1 week passes, I will let the film be public and cross my fingers that it is not forcibly taken down by any companies that, I don't know. There's nothing offensive in the movie, but I know that sometimes companies get protective of their intellectual property. Guys, I'm just going to tell you right now, if that happens, I can't do anything about it. But I am going to put it into film festivals. So it will still be able to be seen. But I will tell you, as soon as it goes public, you're going to want to watch it like immediately, because I can't control how long it stays online at that point. I don't think there's going to be a problem, but I don't know. And this whole process, I have had people in the industry saying anything from, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine, to good luck, buddy. I've had both things said to me. So it's been, I'm not going to lie, I've been making this film, and in the back of my mind, I've been on pins and needles going, am I doing this only for it to be pulled off the internet? I don't know. I'm not going to sell it. I'm not going to sell people copies of it. So either you're going to be able to watch it online, or or if it gets pulled off the internet, you're going to watch it at a film festival. Or if you know me personally, I guess we can hang out at my place and I can put it on my TV for you. So Chill Creep on YouTube says, it's amazing how much creative work is layers of psychotherapy beneath and beyond the scope of the project itself. Congrats on pushing through to the other side and making that commitment daily. Thank you so much, Chill Creep. I've really had to come to terms during this process that I'm not a robot. I know that I know that might sound like a no-brainer, but I have been fighting so much guilt these last 6 months. When I took some time to myself, or when I had a day where I could only put in 2 or 3 hours of work because I just couldn't do any more than that. I have been fighting a lot of guilt. And I work pretty much 7 days a week on this thing. I don't really go and do a lot else. I don't have a lot of social life. But there have been weeks where I'm like, how much further could I have been this month if I made sure I had 8-hour days instead of 5-hour days? I don't know what to tell you other than to say that video editing is exhausting. I love it so much, and also it's exhausting. So I am very much a crew of one. Yes, I have somebody else creating the music. Yes, I have had people provide archival footage for me to use. But other than that, I'm a crew of one. So, excuse me. Sorry, I'm sitting right under the AC, so that's probably not helping. Britt says, asks, do you know where we'll get to see your film, or is that not set in stone yet? You're going to see the film on YouTube. If you're not subscribed to me on YouTube already, please go to YouTube, search Filmaki, subscribe to me there, turn on the notification bell so you get an email notification. My concern is the minute I go on social media and tell everybody, hey, it's ready, I'm really worried that like some corporate whatever is going to see that and be like, nope, yoink. I don't know. Maybe they won't do that. Maybe I'm paranoid for nothing. But I don't know. I have seen weirder things happen than that. Every day I am seeing people posting content on YouTube that they do not own the rights to. And that content, for whatever reason, is allowed to exist on YouTube. And I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus and name any accounts. But I am going to tell you, I don't know how that's happening. I genuinely don't understand how that's happening. I will tell you, this 2.5-hour film is mostly interviews. I did not, it's not an excuse to just put a lot of Batman footage. I'm not doing that. There is a lot of Batman footage, but it's not anywhere near as much footage as it is interviews. And I have edited so much of it. It's not just, here, let me plop in an episode and you can watch a whole episode of Batman. It is not that at all. So, as far as I can tell, I have been playing along properly with the fair use guidelines and terms that are set by law. I believe I've been following those terms. I am not trying to sell this. It is not something I'm trying to make money off of. So at the end of the day, I really hope people don't try to mess with it being on YouTube. But if they do, I don't know what else to do other than put it in film festivals. I don't know. I guess Vimeo would be an option. I don't know. I've never messed with Vimeo. I don't really want to be honest with you. I just don't want to. But if I have to look into it, I guess I'll look into it. So just keep an eye on YouTube. That's the best thing I can say. If you're not already part of my Patreon group, go join. You can join my Patreon for free. You don't have to put money into it. You can follow it for free, and I will post something on Patreon. So just follow me on social media, and you'll hear about it. Tabitha says, "Woohoo! Private access, baby! Yeah, it's gonna be good. Good times." Britt says, "Well, my question just got answered." Sorry, yeah. Tabitha says, "Movie night at Phil's." Yeah, probably. I'll probably have several of those. Got to clean my apartment first. I've been letting that slide quite a bit. Chris Trotter says, "Watch party at Phil's. BYOB. Bring your own Batman." Probably not. Bring your own beer. Yeah, I don't really keep alcohol on hand, so yes, you'll have to bring your own beer. But anyway, yeah, I didn't really know how long I was going to be doing this recording tonight, but I want to thank what seems to be 5 of you who have been hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for that. If you're watching this later after it's live, hi, thanks for watching. Give this video a like, maybe share it. Look, the reality is this, guys. A lot of people don't know who I am. I hope people find this film. But the way that can be helped is if more people are following my social media and following me on Patreon and sharing stuff. And honestly, if you do want to tell people about the film, please use the hashtag BatmanFilm. Let me put that on screen here. Just a moment. Give me just a moment. So if you share any post talking about the film, use that hashtag. That is a good way to help also. There's lots of different ways to help. If you want to help, if you genuinely want to see people find out about this film, there are a number of ways, and all of them are helpful. Truly, I know sometimes people feel like, what can I do? No, really, it all adds up. So thank you. And those of you that are watching who are already supporting me, thank you. I don't mean to seem ungrateful and asking for more. I'm truly, truly grateful. And also, I definitely need more support. That's the truth. Kate Williams says, so happy for you, Phil. A lot of people will soon know who you are. Thank you, hon. Those of you who are watching this who don't know me, maybe you're watching this after the fact. I'm just going to be brutally honest and tell you, I'm not. This whole project was not me sitting and going, I wonder what I can do to be famous. That's not what I'm doing here, okay? This project very much came into my life by an individual. I'm not going to name names. An individual brought this project, presented it to me, invited me to be a part of it, asked me if I would want to direct it. I said yes. And then I took the concept of what that project was and I morphed it into what it is now. And at the time, in December, when the project came to me, I had just finished Sparking Sunshine. I was not trying to get into any more projects. I was trying to get into online teaching because I was like, I need a paycheck, and I'm freaking out by not having a paycheck. I was not going to go and make a movie. That was not something I was sitting there planning. It's kind of crazy how it happened because if you go back and look at the timeline of events, which kind of started back with Stay Tuned Live, if you want to really go back far enough, it started with that, and how the building blocks led to December. It's really fascinating how it happened. But I really feel like in a lot of ways this project chose me. And it's also a dream project that, of course, I would have wanted to have done, but I don't know when I would have ever gotten around to doing it because I didn't feel financially safe in December. I still don't feel financially safe now. Some people have asked me, why have I made it a point to make this film in 6 months' time? Why did I not? And I was trying to do it in 4 months' time, which was crazy. But why have I done this? Why have I not spread it out over a year? The reason is because I can't afford to. That's a big part of it. I can't sit here and pay bills when I don't have a paycheck coming in. So the money that I'm living on is money that I've raised. I'm not pulling in hand over fist here. I'm literally like making enough to survive and then using that money to create more. It would be great if I could get better than that, but that's the truth, guys. I'm not making money off this project, right? Maybe something will come of it someday. Maybe an opportunity will arise because of this project. But if that's the case, that is right now outside of my line of sight. That is a thing that I cannot predict. I don't know the form that it'll show up. I don't know what steps will lead to that. Right now, all I'm looking at is make this movie the best way I can make it. That's it. That is as far as I am looking ahead. I don't have a plan after that. Once I release the film, I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe I have to go get a job. I don't know. I hope not. But I don't know. And I have been living in this state of I don't know since April of 2018 when I quit my corporate America job. I have been in what has felt like a state of fight or flight on and off since over 3 years ago. So, yes, I would very much like to not be in that state of fight or flight anymore. Very much. But right now, I got a movie to finish making. So that's my mission, and hopefully you guys like it, and hopefully I can let it be released in July. I'm really gonna push to have it released summer, whether it's July or August or September, I don't know, but summer is my goal. I want it to be a summer movie. I love the idea of a summer blockbuster. I'm not saying this is a blockbuster, but I love summer movies. I love that feeling. I love that excitement, that popcorn, big screen feeling. And even though I don't know if this will ever be on a big screen, the closest I can get is to try to make it have a summer release date. So anyway, that's my goal. Yeah. In the meantime, if you have any more questions for me, you can always reach out to me here on social media. You can reach out to me on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, I guess, LinkedIn, if you really want to. And, the process is almost done. The progress is moving. I think in the next 7 days, I might have a finished movie. Pretty sure at least in the next 2 weeks. So, of course, keep watching me on social media, and I will let you know when it's done and I have a release date. I'm going to release a poster, and with that poster, a release date. I'm very excited to do that. That's going to be the culmination of months and months of just built up excitement and anxiety. Anyway, thanks guys for joining me tonight. I appreciate you. It's been a fun 52 minutes talking with y'all. Maybe I'll do another live stream 1 week from tonight, because maybe I'll have a finished film. I don't know. But Wednesday, next week, I'll try to do another live stream, okay? I'll try to do another one next week. Thanks so much thanks for being here with me. Those of you that have been following my work for years, honestly, I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. It's very touching. Some of you guys have been there for a while, and I'm not taking any of that for granted. All right, guys. Have a great night.